Absolutely. Weekend Survival Kits was started about 8 years ago with the idea of helping feed kids on the weekends. What we're trying to do is really cover a gap. Currently, there's 2 national programs, the free and reduced price lunch and breakfast, that helps them through the entire week. But when they get to the weekend, some of those kids struggle with trying to find their next meal. We are helping with that next meal so that they are ready to go on Monday morning. We're actually partnering with some pretty incredible people, starting with the cast from Come From Away, as well as staff members from the Wharton Center. A big thank you to Fox 47 for organizing this. And we'll see today too Williamston Sunrise Rotary, Mason Rotary, and then Lansing Rotary as well coming together. Today is about packing 100 kits, and what we're finding is we met an immediate need yesterday that will be coming today to get those kits to help feed kids right today. So the best way, since we are a volunteer-run organization, is to visit our website, weekendsurvivalkits.org. You will find all of our events, because believe it or not, we actually have 14 packing sessions every single month. We have 14 because we serve about 81 schools now with over 4,250 kids. So there's a very large need. So that's the best way to find out. We also hold events. We have a really fun event coming up this Saturday morning. It's our Hunger Heroes 5K. It's our 8th year doing this race, one of our largest fundraisers. Check that out. And then we have another event next week as well, Taste of Williamston. So the website is the best way, and you can also comment. Those comments will come directly to me, and then I will respond to you immediately.
Well, the story of Come From Away is a story of pure human kindness that we are seeing here today, right now, and people loving other people and wanting to help people whether they know them or not. The airspace during 9/11 was shut down all over the U.S. and a lot of planes had to land quickly in anywhere they could find an airport. But because the FAA didn't know exactly at that point what had happened with the planes, whether there were bombs on them, the ones that had hit the towers, or what, so they were not wanting to land them in high population areas. So luckily there was an airport in Gander, Newfoundland that was large enough to take the big airplanes, and there was one of them was a 777, which was the biggest plane that was in the air at that time. 7,000 passengers landed in this small Newfoundland township area where there were about 7,000 people living. And so they took that many people into their homes, their churches, their schools, any place that had an auditorium or a large space. Warehouses were turned into housing, and the townspeople came together. And if you think about this, they took care of these people for 5 days. That's 3 meals a day, 5 days for 7,000 people. Many of them having dietary restrictions or religious dietary restrictions. They tried to take care of everyone and do everything that those people needed. Plus they entertained them, they hugged them, they gave them the sad news of what had happened to in America, because many of them didn't know when they landed there. They had no idea why they were going to Gander, Newfoundland. And it's just the most amazing story of how people from a small area with that you know, economically they all got by and had a nice life, but it was not a very wealthy area. But they came together with everything that those people needed, you know, to live and stay for 5 days, and took care of them. And it's just the kind of thing that's happening here today, and I'm sure happens in this community a lot. You take care of people whether you know them or not. You'd help take care of them, especially taking care of our children. Well, for one thing, as an actor, we are so fortunate anytime that we get to work in our business, because our business is competitive. There are a lot of people that want to do it. Anytime we get a chance to work, we are very thankful. But when we get a chance to work with a message like this and touch people's hearts and reach people, the least we can do when we come into these communities is do anything we can to reach out to, and it's simple. Sometimes it's simple, just saying hello and holding a door for someone. Saying, I'll buy that person's donut and coffee at the, you know, wherever, just a little, or just smiling at someone. Especially, I always think when you're going, you need to complain about something at the complaint department, smile at the person before you complain and just say, I know this is not your fault, but this is my problem, can you help me? because that makes a difference in a person's life.